For the first time in over 30 years, the US economy is outpacing China's, challenging the notion that China might soon surpass the current global powerhouse. This surge in the world's largest and most varied economy is all the more striking given the stagnant growth of other advanced economies for over a decade. Yet, a closer look reveals a similar pattern within the US itself. Nearly two-thirds of the states aren't growing as quickly as the country as a whole, indicating that only a few regions are shouldering the bulk of this economic expansion. Enter Florida, ranking as the fourth largest economy in the US with an output matching that of entire countries like Mexico, Indonesia, or Spain. This feat is noteworthy, especially for a single state among 50. However, Florida's rapid growth, outstripping other top states like California, New York, and even Texas, has caught economists' eyes for reasons beyond its size. The state is flourishing in unexpected ways, diverging from its traditional economic drivers. This shift prompts crucial inquiries. What's fueling Florida's growth spree? What challenges might this bring? And crucially, can this exceptional growth sustain itself? But before we head forward, please give a quick like to this video and click on the subscribe button with the notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Welcome to Economics and More, where we power up your understanding of the global economy. Without further ado, let's get started. Florida's economic growth might be coming at the expense of its fellow states, initially carving its niche as a sunny getaway for the frostbitten East Coasters. Florida's journey from the site of North America's first western city to a slow-developing territory was hampered by its challenging geography. Swamps, storms, and mosquitoes made early development tough. It remained largely a vacation spot until railroads bridged it to the north's bustling hubs, sparking tourism and enabling agriculture and light industry to take root. Fast forward, and Florida's economy is no longer just about sun and fun. Alongside traditional sectors, it is now powered by unexpected heavy hitters like mining. But we're not talking gold or oil here. Florida sits on a gold mine of phosphorus, crucial for fertilizers, supporting a massive chunk of the US's agricultural might. This isn't just good news for Florida's wallet, it's a strategic asset for the entire country. The US ranks third globally in agriculture, thanks in no small part to Florida's phosphate, which fulfills 3/4 of the nation's fertilizer needs. This not only bolsters Florida's economy, but also secures American food independence, reducing reliance on the fickle global phosphate market. Florida's allure goes beyond its traditional industries, emerging as a magnet for a diverse mix of new residents that's reshaping its economic landscape. With the highest net migration rate in the US, Florida has become more attractive than even Texas, known for its own population boom. Since 2020, the influx of newcomers to Florida nearly matches the exodus from New York. While many attribute this trend to retirees seeking a sunny haven, the reality is more complex. Florida's population growth, modest compared to Texas due to the natural balance of arriving elderly residents and those passing away, still outpaces the stagnation seen in major economies like New York and the population decline in California. This indicates a broader appeal beyond the retirement community. This appeal is particularly strong among young, highly skilled professionals drawn by factors similar to those enticing retirees. Florida's absence of a state income tax offers significant savings compared to states like New York and California, making it financially attractive for individuals across the income spectrum. This tax advantage, coupled with affordable living costs and appealing beaches, creates a compelling case for relocation. However, tax benefits alone wouldn't attract top talent without job opportunities to match. Recognizing this, Florida has seen an uptick in finance and technology sectors, establishing significant operations, even relocating headquarters, particularly to cities like Miami, which now boasts the highest concentration of international banks in the country. While Florida's burgeoning industries and lax tax policies are big draws, its business-friendly environment is also a factor. Despite occasional clashes between business interests and government regulations, Florida's ease of doing business remains a strong pull, distinguishing it from more regulated economies like California and New York. This combination of factors not only fuels Florida's growth, but positions it as a dynamic player in the US economy, attracting a mix of retirees and young professionals alike, each drawn by the unique blend of financial incentives, job prospects, and lifestyle benefits the state offers. Florida's recent income surge isn't due to a boost in state productivity, but rather the influx of high-earning workers and major companies relocating there, drawn by the state's appeal for remote work or the businesses themselves moving. This shift, beneficial for Florida, raises concerns nationally and even locally. It spotlights issues like capital flight and brain drain, phenomena we've delved into before, but not within a single country's context where its impacts can be particularly stark. Brain drain occurs when highly skilled individuals relocate for better opportunities, leaving their original region in a lurch, deprived of top talent, tax contributions, and facing potential skill shortages. For instance, a tech worker's move from California doesn't just strip the state of tax revenue, but also strains local companies' ability to find necessary talent, potentially forcing them to relocate as well. An interesting note is the rise of remote work, initially thought to counteract such trends. However, it might exacerbate them by removing the need for physical presence, thus eliminating barriers to relocating for tax advantages and better living conditions. While it is too early to predict the full impact, the ease of moving to more tax-friendly locales poses challenges, highlighted by the trend of online business owners moving to places like Dubai, drawn by more than just the skyline. Capital flight isn't the same as brain drain, but they are both tricky issues. Capital flight is about moving assets from one spot to another. It is not just about the cash, but also includes tools, tech, and materials, basically the stuff needed to boost economic output. When people move, they bring their wealth along, which can strip resources from one place and pump them into another. This has been a big headache for countries globally, especially as hopping borders has gotten easier. Take China and South Africa, for example. They've had to put caps on how much money people can take when they leave to prevent a financial exodus that could hit their economies hard. In a country like the USA, known for its freedoms, clamping down on this movement isn't really an option, making capital flight and brain drain even thornier issues. Now, while Florida's basking in the influx from states like New York and California, it's worth remembering that this migration merry-go-round isn't new. The US has long been a magnet for global talent and investment, making it somewhat ironic that states now grumble about losing their edge to places like Florida. Still, these shifts pose real challenges. Diving deeper, the US's state system offers some safeguards against economic missteps by distributing power. This setup, mirrored in countries like Canada and Germany, adds resilience, preventing any single policy or leader from tanking the economy. However, it's a delicate balance. Too much meddling and you're just adding red tape without the benefits, while too little can turn states into rivals. Getting this balance right ensures the federation's strengths are preserved without slipping into counterproductive competition. When states vie to snag top talent and prime industries, it could trigger a downward spiral in regulation standards, tax income, and perks. This jostle, already seen as cities compete for corporate headquarters, might initially boost local economies but risks undermining the broader economic framework. The drive for competitive advantage can widen the rift between affluent and struggling regions, exacerbating inequality. This scenario could necessitate unwieldy, politically fraught solutions, or worse, leave disparate states operating as virtually separate economic entities. While the US isn't on the brink of drastic regional divides just yet, the growing mobility of its workforce and industrial hubs is sparking issues that can't be overlooked. The influx of affluent newcomers into states like Florida, drawn by low taxes and a relatively lower cost of living, is making it tougher for locals to keep pace financially. It is essential for government at all levels to prioritize what is best for their constituents, aiming to foster economic growth and elevate incomes. However, when such growth mainly benefits a wealthy few, it raises questions about the real success behind the economic headlines. Turning our focus to Florida, let's see how it ranks. With a GDP of around $1.4 trillion, similar to Mexico's, Florida would be the world's 14th largest economy if it were a country, earning it an 8 out of 10. Its GDP per capita stands at $7,555, impressive globally, yet still trailing the US average. Stability and investor confidence are high thanks to its status within the leading global economy and the security of using the world's reserve currency. Political antics aside, Florida's stability is a magnet for major industries, meriting a 9 out of 10. The state's economic growth outpaces much of the US, doubling in size over the last decade and scoring a 9 out of 10, albeit with growth concentrated in specific sectors. Industry-wise, Florida's economy is diversely powered by sectors ranging from agriculture and mining to booming financial services and tech, alongside robust employment in construction spurred by the state's population increase, bringing its industry score to an 8 out of 10. And with that, we have come to the end of today's video. What are your thoughts on Florida's rapid economic growth and its impact on local living standards? Do you think Florida's strategy of attracting wealthy residents and companies is sustainable for its long-term economic health? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, remember to hit like and subscribe with the notifications bell turned on so you can check out our future videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.